and Bam and are different when you put your eyes on them.
Nice.
Yes. The reason people wanted to see Pacquiao and Mayweather fight, well, they both demoed Hatton and Cotto, right?
Right.
But it was also when you watched them, you were watching something that was different than everyone else in the
Stood
sport.
apart.
Yes.
Bam is one of those guys, and if not for the fact that he's short with a short reach, I would take him against the monster. However, the fact is he is short with a short reach, and the monster is a lot. What do we all think about this?
He still has to prove himself at 118 pounds and 122 pounds before we can say, okay, maybe he can beat the monster.
Fight at a catch weight of 120 something pounds.
Exactly. But I will say this, fighting in the weight classes that he has occupied, flyweight and junior bam.
Naoya Inoue has now responded to the bold challenge from Jesse "Bam" Rodriguez, and it's quickly sparked excitement throughout the boxing world. His reply shows clear confidence, strong ambitions to build his legacy, and the possibility of a major fight that fans are already talking about.
I am inclined to favor Inoue in this fight, even though I haven't seen as much Inoue as I've seen Bam. But the reason why I favor is because the age gap, the size gap. That's big for the little guys. And Inoue is a monster. He's a monster. So I think that Inoue would be the favorite in on the betting odds and the blah 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 blah. And it's a hell of a fight, but I just feel like there's a gap there. I think with this two right here, I think that gap in that weight.
Max Kellerman compared a potential matchup between Naoya Inoue and Jesse "Bam" Rodriguez to the iconic showdown between Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather Jr. He suggested that if both fighters continue to dominate their divisions and meet at the right time, this bout could help define an entire era. Shawn Porter leans toward Inoue, pointing to his size, age, and top-level experience. He believes those factors create a tough gap for Rodriguez to deal with.
What do you make of his style? What type of fight are we going to expect to see?
賢く頭を使って最後は KO する瞬間をお見せしたいと思います。
I'll fight in a smart way and then I'll finish it with a knockout.
Do you think you and Inoue finally getting in there, that's a fight that will define this era in the lower weight classes?
I think so. I think me against Inoue would definitely be, if not one of the biggest fights in the lower weight division.
When the dust settles, real recognize real, game recognize game. When the dust settles, who do you think is going to be standing? And everyone in boxing, respect to Nakatani and some others, but they see you and they see the monster, and it just looks different. You two look like different kinds of animals than everybody else. And that's really what super fights and eras are about. The dust settles, two guys are left standing. When you survey the landscape, is the monster that guy for you?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, people have been mentioning that fight even before I became who I am today, so I know.
Also stressed how important weight classes are, especially in the lower divisions. He explained that even small differences in size can make a big impact. In a fight like Inoue versus Rodriguez, those physical edges could play a major role in deciding the result. Andre Rosier gave credit to Rodriguez's team, including Robert Garcia, but advised patience when it comes to moving up in weight.
Damn, Bam will be the favorite. That's a hard fight.
And he said he has a problem believing that Bam would be the favorite against Inoue. I'm not, and you said this, so shout out to Ant. Yeah. You've been saying that, these weight classes don't matter.
Yeah, I always say a 3-weight fighter.
I think where the weight classes don't matter, the lower weights, where they matter, where they do matter.
Oh, okay.
The lower weights. Reason being is because those smaller guys, they're not going to get any bigger. They're not going to go from 114 to 118 and mysteriously put on this muscle that they didn't have before. Their bodies are made the way that they're made.
Unless you're Manny Pacquiao. Where'd he start at?
Yeah, you're Manny, but Manny... Manny was working, once in a lifetime situation, list kind of goes on, and then heavyweights. Those guys are young, big guys that eventually grow into being what they become. Yes. But you got so many weight classes in between. You got 130-pounders that could fight at 135 or fight at 140. You got
pointed out that Inoue's constant pressure and aggressive approach make him extremely dangerous, especially if Bam is not fully ready. Rosier added that the fight could be competitive in the early stages, but Inoue's strength and size at that weight might allow him to take control as it goes on.
It seems like the fight is Inoue and Bam.
Right.
It seems like the fight, man.
Everyone is waiting for that fight. I think that Robert's done a fantastic job with Bam also. I mean, really. With his whole team, to tell you the truth. Fantastic. I think that's going to be a good fight. I'd like to see Bam acclimate to a new weight class first instead of jumping right into that fire, because that is real fire there. I mean, you going up, that's some real smoke out of that Japanese. Well, he's a kamikaze. He's going in with guns a-blazing.
He warned that moving up too quickly without proper adjustment could be a mistake for Bam. However, if Rodriguez adapts well, the match could remain close and deliver an exciting, competitive battle from start to finish. Rodriguez has said he is willing to face Inoue anywhere, whether in Japan or the United States.
Preference of where it happens. I mean, obviously you're with Mr. Honda, so I'm sure there's no issue with if it happened in Japan, but I'm sure you would love for that fight to happen maybe in Las Vegas, maybe California, somewhere where there'd be a big, Mexican-American turnout.
Yeah, I mean, I really don't care where it is. I love going to Japan anyway, so if I were to fight out there for the first time, that would be great. But like you said, if it's in the United States, that's great as well, just because there's a lot of Mexican-American fans that will support. So, I mean, it is what it is. Wherever the fight ends up being, I don't care as long as the fight happens.
Have you, because he might be a potential opponent, when you watch his fights, do you sort of like see the openings, things you could pick up on that you're like, oh, I could expose that, or I see a little flaw right there, like my left hook could go in right there?
Honestly, I don't. I just sit back and enjoy the fight. He's a great fighter.
He made it clear that the location does not matter to him and that he would actually enjoy fighting in either place. His main focus is making the fight happen, regardless of where it takes place. Before the bout between Naoya Inoue and Junto Nakatani, Rodriguez made it clear he was paying close attention to the division and already positioning himself for the winner.
Not next, but definitely down the line would love to see you fight either against Nakatani or Inoue. Do you want to maybe say who you favor in that fight between the two?
I think Inoue wins the fight, just because he has more experience. He's been in the weight division longer than Nakatani has, so I do favor Inoue, but Nakatani, he does have a chance as well, just because he has that kind of one-punch power.
Maybe that could be the big fight in your hometown, right?
Yeah, hopefully. If not, I don't mind going to Japan either. I love going to Japan. I love spending. Yeah, I love spending time there. So.
Oh, so you have traveled there before?
Yeah, I've been there plenty of times. But like I said, either.
He openly stated he would take on either fighter, showing both confidence and a strong desire to compete at the highest level. He also mentioned that both styles interest him, and he would be ready no matter who came out on top. The fight between Inoue and Nakatani began at a measured pace, with both fighters taking a careful and tactical approach.
That's a tough one.
Who are you favoring in that one?
Inoue.
Do you think it's a very, very competitive fight and Inoue just pulls it away at the end? Does Inoue stop him? How does it kind of look in your eyes now?
I think it's going to be competitive early, unless he gets in there, Bam gets in there, Inoue's actual size and his ability to control that weight is just too much for him. But if Bam can, scale to that next weight class.
Viewers found the early rounds a bit slow. Inoue used sharp jabs and steady control of distance to manage the tempo, gradually wearing Nakatani down. As the rounds went on, Inoue's control became more noticeable, with cleaner punches, better timing, and strong ring awareness setting him apart.
Has been some early preliminary conversations with His Excellency about Inoue against Bam, and I do think that fight is inevitable. I don't think it's going to be necessarily straight after the Vargas fight, but it could be as quick as in the next 2 or 3 fights. It's probably one of the biggest fights in boxing. It's one that Bam likes the idea of, but first things first.
If you want a soundbite, can we just call out Naoya Inoue now at 122? And I think people talk about Inoue going up and fighting Tank. Why can't Bam go up and fight Inoue as well? I mean,
that's not got Robert Garcia's blessing, but it's been talked about in the past. And I do see, Bam in the last fight really struggled to make flyweight against Sonny, and it's mad because they were talking about him winning world titles at 108 as well. So I think he now knows that Superfly is his division, but he will